Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome. So, I thought I would do a little gift for you guys. As promised when I went live on Sunday, if I hit 100,000 subscribers, which I hit and then I surpassed over the weekend, then I was going to go live and do a little treat for you guys. And yes, do some live readings for a select few of you. I know that there's a lot of you in here already. It looks like I have some super chats. So let me get this point straight right off of the bat. Do not give me a super chat. Do not give me a super chat to get a question answered because I'm not going to take questions that way. I'm just going to randomly pick at whatever question calls to me. But at the same time, if you want to give me a super chat to help support the channel or to say congratulations, always welcome. But I don't want you guys giving super chats thinking that's going to get your question answered before everyone else because that wouldn't be fair. Not everybody has the money to do that. So I want to keep it fair. But but yes, welcome. Chat with me for a few. I don't want to jump right into the readings. I want to see what you guys are up to. So hey, Lubu, I'm going to let the room fill up. I wanted to answer questions that you guys have first about spirituality in general, or me, or YouTube. And then we'll get into the private questions. So it's always kind of nice to know your reader, right? And there's a lot of readers on YouTube, a lot of excellent readers on YouTube. Thank you, Angela, for the super chat. Appreciate. So you want to be a selective sifter, obviously. You want to pick people that vibe with you, obviously. If you're here, then more than likely you vibe with me already, so that's what's up. Hey, Omni Lynn, I haven't seen you in so long. Good to see you. And so let me tell you kind of what I'm all about. I'm not going to tell my whole life story because I've told it before, and you could read it on my Facebook, which if you don't follow me there, you can chat with me live on Facebook every week. Link is in the description box below, Tarot Time with Dana. You can catch me on Instagram as well. Thank you, Katrina. Appreciate your super chat. Thank you, Soulful Chick Tarot. Appreciate you, girl. So thank you guys. You're overwhelming me right now. All right, so to give you the long short of it, I base my readings on what my soul believes to be the truth about how things work from the spiritual world all the way down into the earthly plane. And according to what I have gained and what I have learned, is that law of attraction is always at play. So you are the conscious creator of your experience. Please believe that. There are no coincidences in life. Also believe that. And you always have the power to change your path at any point in time by simply changing what you're giving focus to. It is really that simple. So those are the spiritual laws that I base my readings on, and when I give advice, I'm always going to give you advice from that place of understanding that your soul is always speaking to you. All of you have a guide. Some people call it spirit guides. I call mine Eleanor because I just like to give it a name. But truthfully, it's always your higher self that's speaking to you. You are your own guide. You are the voice in your head. Those thoughts are not random. Those desires that you have are not random. Your soul and intuition is speaking to you all of the time. So the more you get in tune with that, the less you need outside validation of what you know to be true for you. And so one of the goals of every reading that I do is to help guide you in the right direction of focusing your thoughts and emotions on the outcomes that you want. Because if you get that right, everything else will fall into place. It doesn't really matter what that person is doing. It doesn't really matter what your life circumstances are. If you get into alignment and you stay in that space, you can create everything that you want. It is possible for you and available to you. So that's in a nutshell where I am coming from. I definitely believe in the higher purpose, and I definitely know my messages come from my higher self. So thank you, Arcana. It's not ideal to do readings when I can't see or touch the person that I'm reading for, because a lot of it is energy you pick up when you're around someone. But it's just as good, so we'll still do it, and I'll give you as an authentic, authentic of a message as I can. But first, thank you for getting me to 100,000 subscribers, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dana, and if you're new to me, welcome. And a lot of you are returning, and so I'm really thankful of that. I am, yes, a tarot reader, but I'm also a spiritual enthusiast. I'm also a nurse, and I've been a nurse for 13, 14 years, a long time. And I'm still doing it. I'm still actively practicing. So I have two loves, and I use them both to help me guide other people, right? So that's kind of in a nutshell who I am. And what kind of questions do you guys have? So let's go ahead and get started with that. My eyes speak volumes. Thank you. Being a nurse, you must pick up a lot. I was a hospice and cancer nurse for most of my nursing career, and I did learn a lot about spirituality by helping people pass over, by caring for the sick, and it was a really enlightening experience. You know, one, you don't come away the same person as you go into it, you know, when you deal with. Sure, there's even a creative purpose for that. There's even a creative purpose for our demise. You should not fear death. There is nothing to fear. It is not the ending of anything. It's only the transition to the next thing. You cannot cease to exist. You have never ceased to exist. You will always live. You will always be. You might change bodies, you know, and experiences because you want to. You want to. You've signed up for all of this. Everything you're experiencing, you signed up for. And people need to take creative responsibility for the life that they chose and the life that they continue to choose. So people often think too that life is fated and that they have no choice in it. Now, trust me, there are certain lessons you are here to learn, and that is part of your soul path, and you can't really change that, okay? You were given this body for a reason. You were born into the circumstances you were for a reason. But what you do within that life, with that body, in that environment, that is your free will. You did not set forth to go into life to experience something you've already mapped out. You created circumstances so that you could figure out how you're going to deal with those circumstances and how that made you feel and how that made you grow. And then you create, you know, you're here to create whatever you want. It's infinite possibilities, y'all. Infinite possibilities. So I'm a reader, but others can't seem to read my own. Is that common? I don't know. I don't read for myself. I think my bias, it gets too far in my way. I don't need to read for myself because my intuition always tells me what's up. Like I always have that voice telling me what's up. But I have gotten readings from other people and they were bang on. They did a great job. I actually did, when I hit 90,000 or maybe it was 80,000 subscribers, I put a challenge out there for all the tarot readers that are trying to build their channel. And I challenged them to read me. And I got a lot of great readers reaching out to me, and they read, and a lot of them did a really good job. And I resonated with those readings. So I have been read before by other people, and it was right. Did I get you addicted to LP? Isn't she awesome? She is badass. I love the artist LP. She's like my new favorite. Gumbo. I don't know. Is there somebody named Gumbo in here? But anyways, so let's Sage. I have literally all of my cards out. You can't see them all, but I have not every deck I own, but some of my favorite decks out. So when I see a question I like, I'll kind of look at the cards and see which cards are calling to me. And there is no order. I can't take your questions in order because you can see how fast the chat is going. But I'll tell you when. How about that? But first, let's burn some sage, shall we? Um, Thank you for the super chat. Just FYI, I said this at the beginning. Super chats are welcome, yes, but I'm not answering questions based off of super chats. So you can ask your question without giving me money, and please do, because I'm not going to prioritize based off of that. Okay. All right. I did a little meditation before I went live, so I don't need to do that. And that's sage. That's my sad sage because it fell apart and now I only have flakes left. So, whew, it's hot in here. All right, let's start. All right, Jessica, your question is, me and my husband are aquas. He's also a narcissist. It's been 13 years and I'm 99% sure it's time for a divorce. I think I need some guidance or some sort of sign. Is it the right thing to do for my kids? All right, Jessica. I can answer that question without pulling cards, but I will pull a card to verify what I'm already feeling. Jessica, you're having a strong desire towards leaving that situation because you're not satisfied within it. And when we aren't satisfied emotionally, our soul naturally calls us to find a place of satisfaction. That doesn't mean you need to leave the marriage to be satisfied. You could instead focus all of your attention on the aspects of the relationship that you love and on the pieces of your husband that you love. And if you can focus there for long enough, then things may correct themselves. But based on what you said about your husband, and you called him a narcissist, which is a really strong negative word, not saying it's not true, but you've already given him that label in your mind. So how easy do you think it's going to be to change that label? Do you think it'd be plausible for you to focus on the good aspects of the relationship long enough to change the energy around it? Or do you feel that your path of least resistance would be better off just calling it what it is and going towards what would make you happy? And that's your answer. What is the path of least resistance? So let's see what the cards say for Jessica. All right. So Jessica, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the Six of Pentacles. You're blocking your own blessings by keeping yourself in a space where you are not happy or content. It's really passe to say to leave any sort of marriage institution if you're using societal law. But spiritual, your soul doesn't care about the laws of earth. It doesn't really care all of the crazy rules that we have given each other. This is bringing you misfortune here. All right, because you're having trouble bringing things into fruition because there is not equal give and take here. If you feel like there's not going to be equal give and take, then you can decide to go a different route and open that door for yourself. All right, but you're going to have to give something up, so to speak. You have to give up the idea that you will be judged or the judgment towards yourself in order to do this and manifest it in a wholesome, happy way that brings you about the outcome you want. Because there's always going to be rocky roads here. But when you are set emotionally and your desire is there and you choose to move forward with it, then this energy will move forward and you'll be relinquished from this karmic soul contract. And you probably feel at this point that it's more of an obligation than than a marriage. So long story short, Jessica, you need to follow your emotional self And like I said earlier, if you're not able to find the good aspects in each other and in the relationship, and that's a choice, and you're choosing not to do that, don't judge yourself for that. It's okay. Sometimes chapters close, and that's okay. We have more than one soulmate. We have many soulmates. There's many other options there. But just know that um, this energy won't flip until you start being more generous and gracious with yourself and how you're speaking to yourself about this situation. One step in front of the other. Hope that helped. All right, next question. That one. Sagittarius female, do you see a love connection coming towards me in 2020? Danielle. Sagittarius female, do you see a love connection coming towards me in 2020? Let's see. The first message that came through is, are you open to it? And also, where have you been placing your focus? Okay, so if you've been placing your focus on desiring a love connection and all you're thinking about is the fact that you don't have that love connection, then you're getting in your own way. So stop focusing on the fact that you don't have, if that has been what you're doing. But I actually feel like for some reason you've been on the path of getting past that, to where you're getting okay with yourself, you're becoming at peace with yourself, and that's exactly where you need to go. So this is saying be easy, be easy. Just be easy in the energy. Continue to think about and emotionally put yourself in this space where you have the person that you desire and what qualities do they have, and use your imagination and sleep on this, okay? Maybe meditate on what you envision, and then as soon as you're done, let it go. Don't think about it again. Don't dwell on it again. Spirit hears you. A lot of people, they want to keep repeating the same prayer, the same thought, the same question. Spirit heard you the first time. You don't need to think about it again. You don't need to give any thought to it. You just need to live your life. And basically this is saying, be easy. Be easy. So once you do that, what's coming through? Well, you have some tension here. That's quite obvious. So you feel a little bit internally conflicted about this. There's something that you're from your past that you need to let go of. There might be some closure that you need before you can wrap this up. I don't see someone coming in, but that doesn't mean that that's for the entirety of the year. That only means in this moment right now, there's something that still needs, you need to communicate something here. What are you running from? What is this? Could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be calling a Leo in. But I also have air here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But Leo in particular may be something that someone that you're connecting with when you kind of get out of your own way. Sagittarius and Leo is a pretty good match. I don't know if you know any Leos. But so is Sagittarius and air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So once you kind of get out of this own way, there's something here that still needs to be handled, or closure, or something to be talked about before you can really truly connect, all right? Hope that helped. Danielle? Your guys' comments are going so fast, and I don't mean to get like all up in your face, but I don't have my laptop today, so let me know. If you could let me know if that was helpful, that would be, I like to get feedback. Okay. Oh, sorry. I should have thought about this. I should have got my laptop so you weren't looking straight into my face the whole time. How's my eye makeup though? Pretty good, right? All right. Okay. This one. Scorpio here. I miss relationships so badly, and I have an Aquarius on my mind who's been showing signs, but I ignored him. Is he going to shoot his shot or walk away? No, he's not, without any cards. And if you could have walked away, you would have walked away by now. So that's not really your question. Your question is, why do I still want something that's walked away from me? And so Spirit wants you to ask yourself, Aquarius and Scorpio is a really difficult combination for relationships. It's not impossible. By no means. There's no relationship that's impossible. If it's worth it to you, it's worth it to you. But I can tell you that they're both very strong, dominating signs, and neither sign will chase. Aquarius will not chase you, Scorpio will not chase you. So it ends up in this weird standoff where neither person does anything because neither person is willing to budge off of that, both fixed signs. So more than likely, is this person thinking of you? Probably, but are they going to make the first move? I don't feel it, but we'll see what card comes out. We'll see. No, like I said, they're not, but they're watching and they're stalking and they're probably doing weird shit on social media and they may be trying to get you to reach out to them, but that's up to you. Now, but I feel like in this dynamic, yeah, this person isn't coming forward. Not yet. That doesn't mean they never will, but not in the current energy. But are they watching? Are the signs that you're reading, is your intuition accurate? Yes. Okay. Again, should have really thought about this better. All right, let's see, next question. That one. Leo female with Sag, started a business together. Will we be successful in business and love? Natalie. I just got done saying Leo and Sag is a pretty good combination. I don't know about business, but in love, usually it's pretty fiery. I actually don't want to use these cards. I'm going to use these cards. So let's see. What can Natalie expect in business and in love with a Leo? Oh my gosh, Justice and the Two of Cups. This is a great combination. This person may feel very significant to you. This definitely could be a soulmate that you've called in. There's balance within the connection. And so as long as both focus on the positive aspects and continue to believe in the momentum forward, then yes, there will be justice here. You will have something to be proud of and a very nice relationship. It's not really telling me if it's intimate or platonic, but it's important and it's an important connection and it will bring balance to your life, whether that financially or emotionally or both. Good for you, Natalie. I like the good ones. Woo! Nikki Page. I am a Saggy, and I'm wondering if I'm going to be in union with my twin. He's a Gemini. It's been 12 years since we've been together. He won't admit his feelings that I can feel he has. Thank you. That's a dangerous territory to be in, Nikki, because you can only assume and fantasize when you don't have direct contact with someone. Now, don't get me wrong. You can have an intuitive connection, and especially if you believe in twin flames. But your belief in twin flames is what keeps you believing in it. Just remember that. You choose your beliefs. Nobody tells them to you. You choose what you believe. So you could leave the twin flame connection at any point in time because it is only your belief that keeps you in that space. But will he come back? Will you be united? That was your question. So Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords. This says work on yourself. Work on yourself. You may need to let this go. Not saying that it's never going to come back to you, but you holding a space open for it and you holding yourself in this waiting and you holding yourself in this yearning is causing you heartache. So Spirit's saying, take your attention off of it for a while. Don't think about it. I know that's hard to do, right? When you love someone. But start putting more focus into dedicating time to your health and well-being and your financial well-being. And things will play out the way that they are supposed to play out. Stop giving it so much attention, because the amount of attention you're giving it, and I get that you're watching too many readings, is the message that came through. The more attention you give the separation, the more separation you will feel and the more separation you will manifest. So take your focus away from it. Take a break, get a hobby, focus somewhere else. I don't see it coming through, not in the current energy, but that's because there's a hyper focus on it, all right? Someone could be hurt in the dynamic. I feel it's you. It could be this person that's hurt and working on themselves. It could be your counterpart. But the same message goes for them. The same message goes for them. They need to work on themselves if that's the case. Have faith that things will line up once you start focusing on your happiness. Everything that you want. All right? Ooh, sorry. I put my face in here. Okay. All right. I hope that helped. Wow, lots of Leo and Sagittarius in here. Sorry. I don't see any that are calling out to me. Hold on. Right. That's your username, right? Will the love I have now ever be reciprocated? Will we be together again? He's changed so much and I'm filled with so much more hope now. So it sounds like to me that you've done kind of a self-love journey, and now you're in this place where you're feeling good, so you want to manifest it back, right? And so wanting to know if it's possible, because now you're holding space of hope and happiness. And so can you repair a relationship that's old into a new connection? The answer is yes, you can, but you have to be coming from a high vibration, which it sounds like you are. So let's see. Ten of Swords, Four of Swords. This is saying don't look back to the past. It happened for a reason. You need to look forward to the future and start dreaming about what's possible for you. Now, again, you could have let go of the past, because the past is not a person, place, or thing. It's an emotion. So if you've let go of the hurt within the connection, the judgment towards the connection, and as well as, I don't want to say the desire, but the intense focus on the loss of the connection, if you can get rid of those thoughts and beliefs, and meditation will help you, then there is a new beginning here, because after the 10 comes the 1. But even if it's not with this person, there's something new here for you. What is it? Ah! Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so there is love here, and this came out in the reverse, so don't get overwhelmed in the emotion. Like I just said, you need to get really happy with where you're at, because you've come a really long way here. And I do see some new energy coming through, and I see earth and fire, Leo in particular, but Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus may be helping you along this journey or important to the journey. So yes. Man, guys, all of a sudden I'm sweating to death. Thank you for the $10. Priya, I'm not answering questions from super chats. Sorry, it's just not fair to everybody else. But your super chat seems to be stuck on my screen, so I guess I'll make one exception. But please don't give me super chats to get your questions answered. Just give me a super chat to say what's up. If you want to, you don't have to. But what will happen in the separation I'm in with Mr. Scorpio? Priya wants to know. You might want, I guess prepare yourself for some conflict possibly. All right. But continue to look towards the future, Priya. So, I feel like there's a lot of internal tension, and paying too much attention to that will keep you stuck, okay? So I feel like you need to be future forward thinking. There may be some conflict coming up in the future, or like I said, yeah, tension here, but somebody's made a decision and they're sticking to it, whether that's you or them. So whoever made the decision at this point in time, they are sticking to it and they're going to fight for that decision. I almost got to get up and like air myself out here. So sweating. Is my makeup still in place or my eyebrows still on? That's most important. Okay. The OK channel. I see you on here a lot. What's your question? Where should I move to? Me and the universe have co-created a rocket to send me off into my destiny. I just don't know where to aim it to. I don't know if I can answer that card with tarot, but let me see. Okay, channel. Can I ask what's wrong with your current environment that you feel that you need to move to be happier? Because oftentimes people make big moves because they think they'll be happier because of it. But you could be happy where you're at. So actually, Spirit doesn't really care either way what you do. It doesn't really have an opinion about it. I guess the question is, where would you feel the most happy? So where did you launch your rocket of desire? I see that you watched Law of Attraction, so that's cool. But Four of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So again, this is saying your intuition has already told you emotionally where you're being drawn to, and you've been hyper focused on this for a while, and it's maybe been in between two different places, but wherever your emotions are pulling you the most, then that is the direction that you need to move forward in. And are you in California? Are you still here? Okay, channel. I don't know. This is so bizarre, and if it doesn't fit you, whatever, because I don't know where this is coming from. But I have a movie clip in my head of the cartoon movie Monsters, you know, and where they're in Sedesto. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about? It's a kid's movie. Anyways, go towards where emotionally you feel the best. Hope that helped. Probably not. Sorry. Spirit doesn't always have an opinion. Your soul doesn't give a shit where you live. It just wants you to be happy. So wherever you're happy, that's where you're going to be happy. All right. And then I got the song Wide Open Spaces in my mind. So I don't see you in here anymore. Anyways, next question. I'm an Aquarius. Hold up. Kyra Connor. I'm an Aquarius. I think my Aries is intimidated, but I'm confused. What do you feel will happen? Aries don't really get intimidated very much unless they have maybe a earth or water moon. But let's see. Let's see. So you have the Devil here, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. And I already forgot what your question was. Oh, I lost your question. Oh. I'll just tell you what the cards say because I don't even remember what the question was. I feel like there's an obsession here, or maybe a codependency here. If you're too clingy with this person, which Aquarian people aren't usually clingy, but Aries is even less clingy than Aquarius, if you can believe that. So Aries are, I would say, the least clingy of all the zodiac signs. But if someone feels someone else is clingy, or there might be some traits here that feel really toxic, then that could put a block in the connection. I think that overall, you know, you both want equal give and take and to be able to build upon something, but there's got to be equal give and take. So someone in the dynamic doesn't feel like they're being given what they're worth. And or there might be addictions or something toxic going on with this person that kind of keeps them away. But I got the word clingy for a reason. Something clinging to them. There could be another energy clinging to them, and that's why they're not fully giving what they can give. And it has nothing to do with intimidation. It has to deal with obligations elsewhere. How long have I been live? I don't know why I'm sweating so bad. Okay. The chats are going too fast. We are both Capricorn, known her from childhood. Raybun, let me stop at yours. We are both Capricorn, known her from childhood. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. I have been asking the universe for the right one, seen her in 3 dreams. Should I approach her? Is she the one? Well, how can you know if she's the one if you don't approach her? That's the better question to ask yourself. There's a fear of rejection there. And you may manifest that, so be really careful of that. Your cautiousness about approaching may create tension in your energy, and that's not going to get you what you want. So if you do reach out, my best advice to you is go into it confidently that with whatever the answer is, even if it's no answer, that answer will be suffice, that you will not take it personal, that will be your sign, and stop asking Spirit for signs, because what Spirit is telling me is that you just need to ask and get it over with. And you know what? That's what the Capricorn reading was about. Go back and watch the August Capricorn reading. Yes, have faith. Reach out. Okay, so I don't remember what zodiac sign you were dealing with, but there is Aquarian energy around this. So there's hope here. Have faith. But go watch the August Capricorn reading, Raybon, because that might help answer your question as well. Scorpio, will Aquarius commit? Who's that? Lauren. Scorpio, will Aquarius commit? You have the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. Well, they have a kind of a big ego. Sorry for your Aquarius. And I was just talking about Scorpio and Aquarius being a really challenging dynamic, okay? So this person is very strong-willed. No, because they're kind of playing games a little bit, right? And they're games that make their ego feel better, or there's something, if it's not games, then they're being, I keep wanting to say facetious. They're being facetious. Who's being facetious? I don't know what that's about. But there's something they're not telling you. So there's deception here. Okay, or someone covering up their lack of confidence. That could be it as well. But I'd be cautious here. So just because I'm nosy, I want to know. I'm sure you want to know what's the Seven of Swords. So the Aquarius is really thinking about their future, and they don't want to be led astray by their emotions. If they feel that you're too emotional, or that you don't, or that they'll be led astray by their emotions with this connection, Aquarius people hate being led astray by their emotions, then they may be hesitant. But they simply may be covering up the fact that they worry about that and worry about if that's the correct thing to do to move it forward. Ooh. Okay. Gemini here is my Cancer being a player. Jessica M. Is your Cancer being a player? Well, your intuition is probably saying your answer, because why else would you ask? But let's see. Sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes our insecurities lie to us, you know. So I have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hangman. I don't see that this person is playing games. They're thinking about commitments and trying to get like the full picture of what they want in a commitment or a committed relationship. They are purposely putting a pause here though, because I think that they're kind of uncertain, or they're waiting for something to fall into place, or waiting for timing or money or something to deal with that. But they're purposely putting a pause in the energy, but I don't see games. I don't see that. But they are highly contemplating it. Could not get that word out. What's the next question? Ooh, I got a foot cramp. I'm sorry, guys. You want to see my dress? I have got to move around. I don't know why I'm burning up, but I'm burning up. And it's my air is on. I'm sweating to death. Usually when I do private readings, for some reason, I get really sweaty. I don't know why. But you guys like my dress? So I air myself out here. Whew. Okay. Let me know how these readings are resonating. Let me see the next question. Hi, I am Libra, wanting to know if my ex-Leo, a narcissist, again, that word gets tossed around too much, is willing to grow as a person, and whether he wants to come back. Okay, so you're a Libra. You want to know if your Leo is going to stop his narcissistic ways and get it together. I can tell you the answer is no, because they're not going to change for you. They're only going to change for themselves. And you may view this person as being a narcissist, but they don't view themselves that way. And Spirit doesn't view themselves that way either. They view them as complex. So release the judgment. This person isn't going to change because you're very judgmental towards them, and they don't like that. They don't want to be judged. Even if you don't say it to their face, they can feel it in your energy, or energetically you're pushing that progress away is what I feel. But let me get a card out and see, is this person going to come around? Or are they going to change for Libra? Be patient. Temperance, Sagittarius, no, because they have to do it for themselves, and they have to want it for themselves, and they are getting some sort of, they do have the desire to reach for healing. They absolutely have the desire to reach for it. So this person, they have the want to reach for something better. That's in their energy. But I do get a sense of stubbornness here. And I also get that this person has a lot of negative thoughts going on. They really don't think very highly of themselves, even if they tell other people that they do. And so they avoid situations that make them feel like the Eight of Swords, or energy that makes them feel like the Eight of Swords, because I feel like they're already kind of in that mental space to begin with. But emotionally, I do feel this person is ready for change. So if you want someone to come around to you, if you want someone to be better for you, I don't care how dirty they've done you. It makes no sense to tell that person how bad they are. And I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying this is general advice for all of you. It doesn't make sense to constantly point out what's wrong with someone and then expect them to find the good in you and love you. It does not make sense. It's not an equal energetic exchange. Even though you may be justified in the way that you're feeling, that reaction will not bring about the energy that you're wanting. And if you're to the point where you're like, I cannot give that person any more leeway, any more legroom, no, then you need to be done with the connection and move forward, because you deserve better or happier, and so does that person. Should have thought about this better before I did my setup this way, guys. So I'm just going to take a few more because I'm sweating and I'm getting exhausted. Okay. Aries female with a Gemini female, and we've had issues in the past with the Leo coming in and causing boundary shakeups. They have a child together. Is there more that I need to be concerned with? Aries with a Gemini. Aries with a Gemini. There's the World. Okay, so I have Justin Timberlake playing in my head. What goes around comes around. I thought I told you. That's the lyric. So there's karma involved here, right? So, and then the Page of Wands is a child here. Okay, so is there anything to be worried about? I don't see like Seven of Swords. I don't see like concerning cards, so that's good. I see that the door is closed on whatever karmic cycle was going on, and somebody already got what karmically they attracted to them. Let's put it that way. So that cycle is over. I don't see like things to be concerned about. I see that there's a want and need for more balance and more cooperation, and to be more confident. Be more confident in yourself and the situation. Now, my readings aren't forever and ever in a day, guys. So right today, does it look like there's a concern there? No. But does that mean that there will never be? No. But if I promise you, if you keep looking for a problem, you will find a problem, because that would be what you were giving your attention and focus to. But as of this moment, I see that things have wrapped up in that chapter, and there's cooperation here, and be more confident. Somebody also has moodiness. I don't know why that's important, but watch your mood swings. You, they, I'm not sure who that is. Why is that important? Oh, okay. So if you put yourself vibrationally in a lower mood, you may kind of block your own intuition or progress. All right, I'm going to take one more. And then I'm just going to chat for a second. And I'm going to cheers you guys, because I brought a glass of wine up here to say thank you and cheers. So I'm gonna let it fly for a moment. And because you guys are so awesome, I'm going to give a collective reading so that everybody gets something. So Heather, Taurus here. Is the Scorpio I'm currently dealing with my soulmate? I know he's right for me, but his action shows that he's undecided. Should I move on or hold space for him? Taurus here with Scorpio. Okay. Well, you have the Hangman in the reverse, which says, don't wait. But that doesn't mean that this person's not going to come back around, or that the situation won't come around to the outcome that you want, because I see things that are moving forward here. So I feel like know what you know and then let it go. Okay, if you know this is the one and you know this is your person and you've set positive intentions towards this person, go do your own thing. Now, the Scorpio may take you doing your own thing as a sign that you aren't loyal, and Scorpios have a bad reputation for doing this, and I say that with love. I have four Scorpio placements in my own chart, so I know how they do. they may, cautious with that. But at the same time, as long as you've made it clear that you're holding the space open and they're aware of that, then you don't need to wait. Move on, move forward with your life. And what's for you will come for you. So what's coming in the future? Yeah, there's justice here, but you keep overthinking this. And then there is potential. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm like super exhausted, and I've been at this for an hour. I know I didn't get to all of you. There's no way that I could have, but let me do a collective reading for those of you who are in here, and see what we get out. How about that? And we'll leave it at that, and then we'll do a quick cheers. And thank you if you gave me a super chat. I appreciate all of the super chats. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to get to your reading, but let's do a collective. Woo! What do I want to do the collective with? Let's do these two. Yeah. I'm sorry. Don't be sad. Maybe I'll do this again sometime. I used to do free readings all of the time on YouTube. They're just fun. It's a little bit harder when the group is so big. This group is pretty big. But maybe I'll start doing those periodically again if you guys like it. So those of you who are drawn to me today that have asked for a message, what is the message that the collective needs to know? So I have the full moon in Scorpio and new moon in Leo cards out. It's time to release the negativity, and confidence is the key to your success. So I know that this is what I gave the advice to of someone earlier, but I see it repeated in the chat, and that is, listen, you don't want to hold space for negative thoughts. Do not give attention to the things you. If you keep giving attention to the past, you're going to recreate that future into your recreate. Whatever it is, it means that you recreate the feeling of it. So you can recreate heartache over and over and over and over and over again every day for years, if you want. But you always have the free will and the choice to switch your focus. Trust me, that if that person is meant for you or that job is meant for you, it's going to come to you without you having to focus upon it. Spirit has already heard your request. It has heard your prayers, and it's saying to you, get out of your own way and focus on something else so that we can align the energy in your favor. And so a lot of you may need to do that. A lot of you may be drawn towards your creativity during this time frame, but strong emotional pulls, right? Strong emotional energy here, and a lot of fixed energy. So a lot of fixation on things that you can't change, on things from your past, on past defeats with the Five of Swords, of feelings of loss and rejection. You can't change that. You can't change it. You can't change it. You can't change it. But what you can change is literally everything else in your life. Literally everything else in your life you have control over. So once you get into that driver's seat, there is going to be communication here. There is going to be movement forward here when you get confident. Get confident, get confident, get confident. You need no one. You only need self. Self-love is what you need. And when you get to that space and you love yourself so much, you don't really need other people for that validation, then it comes in, it comes in, it comes in. And then there's communication here. So some of you, might be going through this period of releasing something, and then at the same exact time, the moment you release, boom, it's here, the Knight of Swords, whatever it is. But be careful, right? You don't want to go back into the past, no. Then you have the Chariot, the Seven of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So there is going to be progress forward, but there's some emotional confusion here. All right, and I got a lot of air and water on the table right now, and Leo energy, but it could be, this is a collective, so it's just the energy. It's not necessarily the zodiac sign. This is saying be confident in the way that you're thinking about things. There is movement forward, all right? So, but don't take the pain with you. Take the lesson with you, but don't take the pain with you. And get really confident here, okay? So I do see movement. I see travel for a few of you, or somebody coming towards you once you kind of get out of your own way. And this, whatever this communication is going to help you to move things forward. Whatever this news or information is going to help you kind of get rid of this emotional baggage here and this confusion here into more of a state of clarity. And now my ears are ringing, so prepare for that in the upcoming energy for the collective, okay? And we have a full moon coming up on August 3rd, and it's in Aquarius. So it's all about self-sufficiency, independence, looking to the future, thinking outside of the box. So that's really where you're going to want to place your energy, all right? That's going to be the best use of your energy, yeah? So that was for the collective. And now I'm exhausted, so I didn't think my setup all the way through, as usual. So I'm sorry that my face was in the camera the whole time, but I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that I love and appreciate you, even if I don't answer all of your emails. I'm not doing private readings right now. I get tons and tons of emails, and I probably should get, I feel like I should have somebody who monitors my emails, because I don't. But I do try to read them when I can, but I can't always get to all of you, and I hope that you don't take it personal. And if I could get to all of you, I would. But I really appreciate the support. So let's do a cheers, because I've had a glass of wine sitting here this whole time waiting. For those of you who don't know, I will not partake in any substance while I do readings. I don't know why, it just messes with the energy. But since the readings are over, cheers. So, yes, I am so excited to hit 100,000, and I will do August mid readings in a few weeks. I might do some bonus readings this upcoming week if I have the energy and the time. But I really appreciate you guys joining me, and happy Monday. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.